How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan. Born to battle. Some just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the sun shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And there's been a number of press conferences when it comes to our Dallas Cowboys yesterday. You had Dak Prescott getting in front of the cameras, and I'll make a video on that. But in this video, I want to go over the things that I felt were important during the press conference of Brian Schottenheimer. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's go ahead and take a listen to the first clip from yesterday's press conference from head coach Brian Schottenheimer.
You talked about the competition, and you certainly talked about competition back to quarterback. What does that look like in left tackle? Is it open competition? Are they alternating reps like they're doing it back at quarterback, or is it Tyler to lose?
No, same thing. So week 1 was Tyler Guyton with the ones, and then week 2 actually started in phase 2. So this week I think Tyler's back. Tyler Guyton's back with the ones this week, but it's been a full week. What we're trying to do this year a little different. I think it's better. Again, as we evolve and grow, and I learn, is let them do it for a week, or a number of practices, so you get a chance of, hey, had a bad day, had a good day, but you want to see it more consistently. So we're giving them really kind of 3 practices in a row to get those reps and to work with those guys. But it's an open competition. And, again, both those guys are fighting hard for it. They're both working really, really hard, both on the classroom or in the classroom and off. And it should be a fun one.
Cowboys Nation, I'm going to keep it real with y'all real quick. I think a few Dallas Cowboys fans expected Tyler Guyton to come out and beat Tyron Smith right out of the gate, and that's not reality. To keep it a buck, Tyron Smith didn't become an all-pro that we all know and love until the 3rd year of his NFL career. This will mark the 3rd year for Tyler Guyton's professional career. Would it be too much to ask if I were to say, give this young brother a chance to be great instead of throwing him to the wolves after year 2? But now let's go ahead and jump into the second clip so we can come back and talk about it. Roll the clip.
John Machado with The Athletic. Tyler Guyton mentioned last week Tyron Smith being around a little bit. What do you think that's done, and what do you think of stuff like that? Yeah,
I love it. I remember when Tyron announced his retirement, talking to Tyler Guyton, and Tyler Guyton telling me, I didn't know this, but that was his idol. Tyler Guyton idolizes Tyron, and rightfully so. Incredible player, and but I think the thing about Tyron is the understanding of fundamentals and techniques and what it takes to play offensive tackle at a high level. When you've got some young players like, Tyler Guyton, Nate Thomas, Drew Shelton, why wouldn't you want a guy that's still in the area, still loves the Cowboys to come and be around? It's a win-win for us, and any chance Tyron gets to be here, we want him to be around.
Well, speaking of Tyron Smith, I am so glad that Tyron Smith's back in the building to help these young guys achieve their greatness. What better way than to learn from the best at their position? I mean, if y'all remember correctly, Tyler Guyton didn't get a chance to be under Tyron Smith's tutelage. Tyler Guyton was drafted in 2024, and Tyron Smith left the Dallas Cowboys to go play for the New York Jets in 2024. So Tyler Guyton never got a chance to learn under the left tackle that he idolized. Now he's getting that chance, and I believe it's going to work for him as well as the Dallas Cowboys offense. Now let's go ahead and get into the third clip so we can come back and unpack this raw and uncut.
Dave Loffenberg, Cowboys Radio Network, 105.3 The Fan. So, Brian, obviously you had Christian Parker in the room, played against him 2 times last year. I'm assuming you've sat down with him and have him give his views on how they attacked you and what he saw last year. How beneficial has that been for you? And anything enlightening about what he talked about in terms of how they approached your offense?
CP and I talk basically every day about different things, and usually when, he and I are two of the later guys here, so when the day kind of unwinds and we're finishing up, I'll go and sit for, sometimes 20, 30, 40 minutes, and we'll just talk about different things, how the day went, what were some of the changes maybe that they made after the practice film, if I don't get in there for the practice film, babe. But we've talked about all that. We've talked about how they attacked us, how they played us, how Vic sees us. I'm not going to tell you all the things that we've discussed, again, CP is way more than just, he gets tagged with the moniker of Vic, but he's way more than just a Vic Fangio disciple, and he loves Vic, and Vic to me is one of the best, if not the best in the league right now. And but CP's knowledge of football in general is a great asset to our staff and our football team.
Now, come on, reporters. Y'all know that Brian Schottenheimer has been picking Christian Parker's brain when it comes to how he game planned against the Dallas Cowboys when he was a Philadelphia Eagle. Sometimes I just don't understand why reporters ask those type of questions, just trying to put Brian Schottenheimer on the spot. But y'all ready for this raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, raw and uncut.
Keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
Cowboys Nation, I love listening to Brian Schottenheimer and Christian Parker when they talk football. It's like I'm in class every single time they get behind that mic during the press conference. But there's a lot of good clips that I could have taken from this press conference, but I didn't want to hit y'all with another 20-minute video with 4 or 5 clips on it. If you haven't watched the press conference, I highly advise that you watch the press conference because it's super informative about what's going on with the team and the philosophy behind Brian Schottenheimer's second year being the Dallas Cowboys head coach. I clipped the Tyler Guyton clip because I feel this young man continues to get a bad rap from some fans in Cowboys Nation. I mean, it's pretty ironic that Tyron Smith's back in the building to help Tyler Guyton become the left tackle that everyone hopes he can become, because Tyler Guyton's path kind of mirrored Tyron Smith's path in the NFL. If y'all remember correctly, Tyron Smith started out as the Dallas Cowboys right tackle, then switched over to the left tackle in his second year with the Dallas Cowboys. Tyler Guyton played right tackle in college and then switched to left tackle when the Dallas Cowboys drafted him. Tyron Smith played both tackle positions in college, but earned first-team All-Pac-10 honors in his junior year playing right tackle. Tyler Guyton gained honorable mention All-Big 12 honors from the league's head coaches during his junior year in college. But the path of Tyler Guyton, it's pretty similar to Tyron Smith. Unfortunately, Tyler Guyton has to run into some early career injuries, but hopefully those injuries are behind him and he can complete an entire year without missing time on the field. But it's great to hear about the competition when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys offseason. Not one player should be comfortable in their position. There should always be a healthy fear of losing your position, because if you don't have that, then there's no reason to work hard. Every position should be up on notice. From the safety position all the way up to the QB1 position, they should all have competition to stay in their position. So to hear that Nate Thomas is giving Tyler Guyton a run for his money at the left tackle position, it's a breath of fresh air, Cowboys Nation. Not only does it help Tyler Guyton get better, but it also ensures better depth on the roster. And what I was talking about when I said I didn't understand why reporters ask those type of questions like, did Christian Parker talk about Vic Fangio, or did you talk to Christian Parker about the Fangio scheme, is because you should know this, Cowboys Nation. Everyone who's asking these type of questions should know that's a given, and they shouldn't have to hear it from the head coach. It should already be put in your mind that we got a coach from a rival team, and you know that they're going to pick his brain about the rival team. Why do you have to ask about it? This is what kind of irks me about the reporters, because they ask the questions that let the cat right out of the bag, so to speak. Questions like, how do you plan on using Caleb Downs? Or can you be more specific when you say 3-4 by nature? Can we leave some things as a surprise for the regular season so that the other teams don't know what to scheme for against the 3-4 by nature? I understand that a number of people want to know what Christian Parker has in store for the defensive side of the ball, but at what cost, Cowboys Nation? The Cowboys fans aren't the only ones that are looking at this press conference. I know if I was a coach for the Giants or the Commanders or the Eagles, I'm tuning in to hear what the coaches have to say about their schemes. I'm tuning in to hear about what the coaches have to say about their philosophy. And I'm glad that Brian Schottenheimer is keeping it close to the chest instead of indulging with the questions from the media. Give them just enough so that they're satisfied instead of giving up the entire game plan during the press conference. This is what they have training camp, joint practices, and the preseason for. If you want to know about the game plan, then either go to camp, tune in to the joint practices, or the preseason games. There's also a clip that had an honorable mention when it comes to me clipping these clips for this video. I didn't want to give y'all 4 and 5 clips in a video, but this clip about Maurice Leofau, it was short and sweet, but it talked about what they thought of him and how they were going to use him in the scheme this year. But you know what, Cowboys Nation? I've liked Maurice Leofau ever since scouting him during the 2024 NFL Draft. I like his aggressiveness. I like his speed. I like the way he flows from sideline to sideline and how he's not afraid to pop somebody in the field. I feel that there's a place for him on this team, just like there's a place for Tyler Guyton. But some Cowboys fans have thrown him out because he wasn't all pro overnight. But when will fans realize that it takes development in order for these guys to truly reach their true potential? People expect every draft pick to come out playing like Micah Parsons or DeMarcus Ware when that's absolutely not reality, Cowboys Nation. These young men need to be given the opportunity to develop and show what they have out on the field. Some fans are even calling Maurice Leofau stupid when, other than special teams, he hasn't been given the opportunity to truly flex what he has out on the field. Sure, they would put him in the game sporadically last year, but let's not act as if Matt Eberflus didn't have the entire defense looking stupid last year. We have a new defensive staff, new coaching minds, and new philosophies that Maurice Leofau can benefit from. Let's give him that chance to benefit, Cowboys Nation. So Maurice Leofau is my pet cat going into the mini camps as well as the training camps. I want to see this young man reach a level where people are comparing him to the top people at his position. I want to see him play like his hair's on fire out on the field. You could tell that he has that type of play in him, so why not give him the opportunity to show it in the NFL? Just because he wasn't an all-pro in his rookie season. But I'm excited to see what we have in store when it comes to the position battles that we're going to have in training camp and how things shape out for these players. I'm eager to see a leap forward for Tyler Guyton as well as Maurice Leofau, and I'm rooting for them to shine this season and move forward. But being a fan, I just can't help imagine calling one player stupid just because we haven't gotten a chance to see him shine out on the field consistently. Tyler Guyton has shown flashes of being pretty nice at the left tackle position. Let's allow the coaching staff to do their job so that his game can graduate to the next level instead of wanting to toss him out to the wolves or in the trash because he didn't blossom when we wanted him to blossom. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, did you watch the entirety of the Brian Schottenheimer press conference? What did you take away from it, and what was informative to you? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and you want to help get the word out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video, share it with anyone that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device and you haven't used them up yet, make sure you hype this video. Doing so will help get the word out to Cowboys fans. They'll come over to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and want to become Angry Cowboys fans themselves. And if you are DC for life and you hope to see a leap forward from Tyler Guyton as well as Maurice Leofau this season, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified when I drop even more content from the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. Also, if you're into Madden 26, College Football 26, or Mortal Kombat talk, check out my other YouTube channel, the the Angry Gaming Fan YouTube channel. I'll make sure I put the link to that as well as the gamer tag in the description. But let's continue the competition during mandatory mini camps as well as training camp into the preseason. We all know that iron sharpens iron, so let's allow the process to happen before we can throw people off the team or throw them into the trash or question their football acumen. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Give these guys a chance, y'all. And I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.